Hi guys. A very good morning, all of you. Hope all of you can hear me. Uh, is anyone, guys? Can you please confirm? Anyone, can you please confirm? Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right.
it's available.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So, guys, like with the last session, that is the third demo session, we discussed like what are the content of the content and how we are going to learn. Like first, we are going to start with some core Python concepts, along with that, some recorded videos. And apart from that, we learn some prerequisites of the machine learning, which is nothing but like pandas. We have a matplotlib, we have something called as an seaborn. Like that, there are some prerequisites are there. So it's nothing but not a concept of I'm not saying that it is a pandas actually. I should not say like that. But for you, easy to understand, I said like that. But actually, what is pandas will do? So pandas is going to performs data loading, data collect, data extraction, and apart from the data analysis, data cleansing, data manipulations, all these things the pandas can do. So what is matplotlib can do? So simply I said that matplotlib yesterday, but actually the matplotlib is mainly meant for data visualizations. So I told you some libraries. Like what are the libraries I told you? It is going to be matplotlib. Just give me a second. So the name of the libraries are matplotlib. We have something called as an matplotlib. And we also have some library called as n, which is going to be seaborn. And we are having something called as n, which is going to be plotly. Okay, so all these libraries are mainly used for data visualizations. So like that. So okay, Python is all about libraries only, but practically when it comes to the practically, we should not say like it is used for so and so purpose. So instead of that one, so try to understand like what exactly it is going to be there. So we use a lot of libraries, guys. I've written only some few libraries. I've written that yesterday. But yesterday we discussed about that, like what are the things we learn. First, we learn the prerequisites, then machine learning, then deep learning, then NLP, then generative AI. Like this, we are going to learn the things, guys. Okay. So I think all of you have got some idea, like how what is data science. Clearly, I explained you one small example. So once again, I'll explain what is machine learning one more time, guys. Okay, but with a different example, I'll explain that same concept, but it is going to be a different example. Like if you recollect once again, already I discussed, but not a higher level, but it's a very basic level to discuss. So what are the last classes we discussed? Like what is machine learning scenario? One small machine learning one machine learning example I told you. Like for example, we have a past customers data was there. So in the past customers data, so how the data will be there also, we have to, I specified that. So we have some kind of an the information about the customer and what is the status of the loans. So we'll give, that means these are the characteristics, or these are going to be these are the characteristics, and these are going to be defaulters. These are the characteristics, these are the non-defaulters, or who has been repaid the loans, who has not repaid the loans. If we feed the data to the machines, machines are going to learn something from the data to differentiate between a defaulter or a non-defaulter, or what it is going to do is easy to discriminate whether the customer is who is repaying and who is repaying and who is delaying. You know what is meaning of discrimination? So separating a repaid customer and separating from a delayed customer, or separating a delayed customer from a repaid customer. That is what it is going to do that. Now, same example in a one more way I'm going to tell you guys, just to make you understand what is meaning of generative AI. So let us take some example of some already discussed about that. So let us say that these are going to be some human images, guys. So these are going to be some kind of an images. What are these images? These images are nothing but some human facial images are there. Let us imagine that it is going to be. It is not like you were like in the last class I told you some age. We have something called as an age is a data. It's like in data which is available in a CSV file or an Excel sheet. Age is there on that day. What we taken? Age we have taken, salary we have taken, and how many children they want to include in the how many children are there. And apart from that, what is the status of the loan? This like this we have been taken there. On the day just we discussed, status is Y, and the age, the salary, and the children is going to be X. Remember, guys, in any machine learning, X and Y, two things are required, must and should. So X and Y must be there. Okay, in some cases, Y will not be there, but in supervised and unsupervised learnings, in unsupervised learning, we don't have the Y, but in supervised learnings, we'll have the X. Majority of them are supervised learnings, 80 to 90% in the real scenarios, we do supervised learnings. Now see this data, guys. Our input is something called as an images. What images? These are going to be some kind of an human, which is a facial images. Human facial images. That means the humans having their face, the facial images, the faces, only the faces only. Like you can say, like we say that now. So it's like a passport photo. So we have the humans passports photos are there, guys. So and all these particular photos or these images are marked as whether there are male and whether there are females. Yes, this image is male, this image is female, this image is female, this image is male. Like that, already this particular data is already labeled. It's a labeled data, guys. Now observe carefully. So what is my requirement here is I want to feed this data to the machines. This data, I want to feed it to the machines. Now, what the machines has to do, guys, the machines has to learn, the machines has to understand how to discriminate a male and a female. So don't worry, sir, where is that X is there? Your X is not image, your X is nothing but here the gender is the Y. Your gender is the Y because I want to study the gender. I want to discriminate what what features what value we want to discriminate. So in the earlier case, it is repaid and a delayed. I want to discriminate them. Now it is going to be male from a female. I want to discriminate. What is the input here now? It is an image, but we don't directly give the image there directly. We cannot give the input to the image. There are a lot of things will be there, guys. There is a lot of things will be there. I'm explaining the concept. So what we have to do is, so the image itself is going to be take it as an X. Actually, image is not an X actually here. You know that images are made up of pixels. So we have to read the pixels and all these things. So for that, we have to learn how to read the pixels. Okay, so we'll learn what is an RGB image. Color images are nothing but we call it as RGB. We call it as we use as RGB, grayscale images, and all these things. We'll try to do that later. That's not mandatory for us. Now, what the machine has to do is from these particular pixels, the machine has to learn something to discriminate between a male and a female. So what the machine will do? The machine will learn something it will learn. What it will learn, we don't require that. Okay. So what is a machine is learning and all these things, we don't require it. So machine has learned something from that particular pixels. The human facial pixels are going to be there. So machine is learned something from the data, guys. You don't believe, I think all of you have an idea. Now systems has become very, very intelligent, guys. They have been very intelligent. Few years back, you need not to, whenever you want to say about history normally history, if you say, normally we used to say in our history, in our social sciences and all these things we used to learn. We used to say something around 4,000 years back, or when, let's say that it is going to be 300 years back. So in computer science, history means no need to go even, not even for 20-25 years back, guys. So just if I talk about history, so in coming days, what we will say is in past days. In past days, what we used to say means past days means it is not hundreds of years back. It is hardly 15 years back, guys. From the last 15 years, I'm seeing a lot of tremendous changes has been taken place. Within this just a 2 to 3 years only, we have got a lot of changes. We got it. So now a lot of things are, we have a lot of things at handy, guys. So it is up to you. Whatever you want to use, it is up to you because a lot of things has been came. Okay, we'll discuss about them. So the machines are going to learn something from the data. Okay, so machine says that okay, yes, I was ready. I learned something from your input data, but means just don't think that just a just a two female images and just a two male images. If you give, the machines can't learn, guys. The difference between human and the machines are only difference is machines are faster. Yes, absolutely, guys. No doubt, machines. No human can beat machines. Okay, no, in the concept of processing or anything. So the humans, the whenever there is any competition between human and a computer, always a computer may wins. Always maximum computer wins, except in some cases like gamings and etc. Some cases, but coming to the processing speed, machines always win. There is no doubt. 100% machines will always win. Okay, so the only difference here is machines require, humans does not require. Whenever the machine has to study something, machine has to understand something, it requires a lot of input for them. So just don't think that 2 to 3 images if you give, you have to give somewhere around 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, okay, 60,000. So approximately 20,000, 30,000 samples you have to give. So what is the problem here now? Collecting 20,000 images of human faces is the your main important task. That is the most it's going to be. But nowadays that also has become easy, guys. That also has been become easy. So that is not a big work at all, guys. So because lot of nowadays lot of resources and all these things we have got it there. So if you want to get this kind of an images, what we will use is there are some options are there. Later we are going to discuss about that. So this is nothing but what we call it as an UTK face dataset. See there? Really, guys, really, yesterday somebody has raised a question. Yesterday or day before yesterday, somebody has raised a question saying that, sir, I seen many of the people starts learning. Start initially, everyone is very interested to learn. But after a couple of months or after a maybe a 2 3 months, that means after 50% of course is completed, many of the people will drop out. Why? Because this main problem is practice. They don't practice, so they can't understand it. They'll try to follow, and it's not like a normal traditional programming language, writing a program, just getting the output. It's not like that. So if you try to start an application here, it is everything we have to learn like an app application wise only we have to learn it. Okay, so this is the data set, guys. So approximately 24,000 images are there. Within a few seconds, you need not to collect. Some research people already collected main, guys. There is a lot of research is going on. So a lot of researchers are working there. So directly they have collected, they already done some collection. They already done all these things and directly said that you don't take all that extra work. So collecting is not that much easy, guys. Okay, so collecting somewhere around 24,000 images are there. So just if you go there, you can just directly go to the zip file and there is a 1.3 GB data was there. 1.3 GB data was there, guys. So data is going to be a little bit high, but in our training program, we don't use that much high level data, guys. Why? Because obviously there is going to be what we can say is there's a lot of which is going to be computing is required basically. Okay, so this is another resource of data sets. These are audio samples of data set, guys. Audio samples of data set. They also said that we are also giving. See directly. See there, just a 8,732. It's not just like 4 5 files, guys. 8,732. Generally, in our assumption, 8,732 means small size only. 8,732 audio files. Each audio file will be almost all 4 seconds of time. Not even that much higher data also. Just a 4 seconds of time, 4 seconds of audio file was there. This is a size of almost all 6 GB data, guys. So just imagine now you have to import 6 GB data and you have to work with that. So 6 GB data you have to download and we have to work on that. So we already I at that time when you go there and we'll see that applications later. Right now it is not required there, but just I'll show you how we collected the data and all these things. I can show you the data here now. So these are all the 24,000 images. All 24,000 images. I didn't collected anything. I didn't personally sitting. It will take some years of time, guys. Don't think that it's very easy to collect the data. Just okay, we'll go to the internet online and we'll collect the data. So collecting is going to be one task, guys. Labeling the data is also second, one more task. Very toughest task it is. See, for every label, for every image, they have to label something. Okay, see, if you observe carefully, the file names are very some pattern. So if you can see the age, one stands for age. Okay, so there is some information is there. The file name is also provides you some information. Okay, so see there, it is 24,000 images we have there. It's not just that much easy, guys. Collecting that 20,000 for 20,000 images are there. So this is also somewhere around how much, guys? 8,732 audio files are there. So if you want to download, you have to download from here now. There is a small Google form will be there. Later I'll tell you. There is a small Google form will be there. Just we have to fill up the Google form to get these data sets. Really interesting. So not like traditional programming languages, writing some program and all these things. See there, you have to write some, you have to just specify something. What is the purpose? What is the intended for what purpose? They will give you the link. You can download. It will contribute around 6 GB of data, guys. I'll show you that data set also. That is what we call it as Urban Sound 8K dataset is there. So in my D drive, I have this dataset called as Urban Sound 8K datasets. So I'll show you the what is going to be the data, what is going to be that properties of this data. This one, if you can see, it is 6 GB data, guys. 6 GB data, guys. 6.6 GB. Just a matter of 8,732 files. Normal data is very easy, guys. Normal data, how much it will be there, guys. Even if we take the data means the data, the table which is containing some number of rows. So how many rows it contains? Even it contains 1 lakh rows also. It does not even crosses 10 MB of data also, 10 MB size. So those are different. These are different. Okay, so these are physical files. That is in a format of data. Okay, that's different discussions. Okay, now
Vamshi, I have a quick question.
yes, please.
Uh, so let's say we have these data sets to train the
Mm, mm,
program or the machines, right?
mm,
So
mm.
my question is there a way we can the machines or the program can retain this information, or every time we shut down this program, we have to
No,
again
no,
retrain them?
no. Once it was trained, once obviously the train, the model is going to be saved. You can save your models.
Okay.
You can save the models. Next time when you don't require to save the model. For example, I'll show you one. That means already it was done. So in my data folder, I have some file. So this is one model. Okay, this is a train model. Already I trained it. This is my I train my, that means in our classroom we train the model. So this model, what it will do is it will identify the gender, whatever I'm talking about that. So every time I don't train it. So till the training is completed, tuning is completed. Once it is trained, immediately it won't, we don't use it. We'll evaluate, tune it, and everything will do. Once the model is ready, then we are going to, just like a programming language. So we write a program for application, we'll write a program. It may take some time. Every day we are going to take some time, and it is going to be, so let us say it will take 3 months of time to complete your entire project. So daily how we are adding step by step, step by step, we'll add the code. Here also we'll add up them. But only thing is the problem is training. Till we get a fine-tuned model, so we have to retrain, and etc. That's a time-taking process. For example, if the training is taking for example, let us say that somewhere around some 30 minutes of time. So retrain it, and then finally, once you got the fine-tuned model, what you can do is just you can save the model. Next time you can deploy the model and you can use it from anywhere you can use it. Okay, fine. Okay, so the model machine has learned something from the data, guys. And now what will happen? This model is capable to discriminate between male and a female. That means whenever you give a new image now, once if I to the machine, if I give a new image, what is the image? Again, I have to give the human faces only. I should not give some other image. The main problem is on what data you have we train the models, same data as it is, we have to give it. So like example, yesterday we have trained the model by using age, salary, children. Now, whenever a new customer comes and apply a loan, to identify whether he will repay or whether he will delay the loan, again we have to give age, salary, and children we have to give. System will tell you the status. System will tell you the status of the status, but means what is a probability? It won't say that he will repay, he will delay the loan. What is the probability? According to my past customers data, so I find that this person is going to be having a high chance of delaying the loan, or this customer will have a high chance of it is going to be, let us say, repay the loan. Okay, so whenever we given a new image, now the machine will tell you whether the person in the image is a male or a female. The person in the image is a male or a female. Okay, so that is what the machine is going to tells you. That means this machine was trained to discriminate between or differentiate between a male and a female through some images. It can be image, or it can be an audio file also, guys. Even the audio file. So we can, even by hearing the voice also, humans, as a human, by looking at person face, we can recognize whether it is a person is a male or a female. Maybe it is a little bit difficulty in the small, which is going to be kids, the infants, maybe 2 months, three, just born. By looking at their face, we cannot differentiate them. But for adults, we can differentiate them even with the help of their audio. So whenever somebody calls you, so immediately, for example, unknown number. So if, after lifting the call, we can identify them. So yes, the male is speaking and somebody female is speaking. So how we are able to differentiate? With our normal human intelligence, whatever from your past years of time, from 20-25 years of time, we are hearing the various voices, we seen various faces. With their experience only, we are differentiating them. So this is one technique. Obviously, whatever we have learned is the same scenario. This type of models are nothing but what we call it as a discriminative models, guys. So it is also part of your AI, which is nothing but a discriminative models. Okay, now the thing is, see, up to now, what the machines are saying that you feed some data to us, we will learn something from the data and will help you to take some decisions, maybe whether to give a loan or not. To give a loan or not. So I will help you. I will you can I will you can I will help you to take some decisions. So you can just you give me some new customers data. So what are the chances are there? So I'm going to help you, or I'm going to help you to take some decisions. So a discriminative models, what we call it as, or a discriminative AI, what we call it as. Now, the other scenario, just the other scenario, guys. So we know that, right? Like for example, as a human, whenever you want to discriminate or differentiate between when I show a image of a male or a female, male or a female, so you, for example, a human with his experience, adults can easily, they can identify. Adults means 18 years. Okay, or maybe that much age is also not required. Normally, if I ask a 5 years, 6 years kid, if I show some image and ask him, so can you recognize whether he's a male or a female? They can recognize. But for example, a small kid like a 2 years, 3 years, who just can start speaking. So you know that when we show the photos of males and females, they will differentiate them, but they will confuse in some scenarios. For example, if I give some image of a male with a long hair, so they recognize because they don't have that much discriminative the knowledge. So only they will remember only something. Like for example, fruits recognitions. So whenever I show a green color, they may say it is an orange. Whenever I show a red color, they says that it is an apple. But whenever I show a green color apple, then what happens now? Isn't it? So nowadays you see that, right? In supermarkets, we see green color apples. If I show them a green color apple, so what they will do? So the kids will confuse with that. Maybe they will say that it is an orange because they don't know the fully how to differentiate it. But as an adult, it's not like that. Only by looking at the color, we don't do that. So we know the texture. What is the texture of the how the smoothness? Apples are more smooth. Oranges are not that much smooth, isn't it? So there are various factors will be there. So we'll consider various factors. Every as an adult, Whenever I see some green color fruit, every green color fruit is not an orange. But kids are not like that, right? Fine. Now coming to the, okay, so to differentiate between an apple and orange, or differentiate between a really a male and a female, we don't require, see, so I've said that I asked an adult, take an adult as an example. So I'll show you within, I'll show you some 100 images. Can you recognize the males and females? Maximum 100% accuracy. They can 100% accuracy. They can differentiate it, male and females, by looking at their faces. Maybe one or two people, maybe they cannot identify that. Maybe sometimes. But for that, you don't require that much training, very high level training. Okay. You don't require it. But second case, see the second case now. Same example, again the same example. These are going to be some images. Again, same, the same, which is going to be the human facial images only. Okay. And each and every image is marked with, it is a male, it is a female. Okay. And it is a male, something like this. Again, same thing it has been. We given again all this data to the machines. Now machine also has learned something from the data. But what it has learned is, now it is not only saying that means now the machine is saying that I learned something from these images, not just to differentiate between a male and a female. So what is the previous model is saying? That the previous model is saying that I was trained only to recognize, or only to identify the gender, only to identify the gender of the person. For that, I collected some features. So males are having a short hair, females are having a long hair. Males are Females will have some they are going to have the earrings, whereas the males does not have the earrings, isn't it? So something, five six factors, it will differentiate it. It will try to find out the differentiate. So how I can differentiate? It will find out, compare each and every images and do something internally. But these machines are now saying that we learn something from the data, something from the data. We are not just trained to differentiate between a male and a female. If you ask me, that means these machines are saying that now, if you give an instruction saying that, can you draw an image? Can you draw an image of an Indian, image of an Indian is often, let us say, as an often and female. Just an example. When you ask a draw an image of an female, of a female, not only that, if you can give your own specification also, Indian female. Okay, Indian female of age 25 years, for example, with which is going to be a smiling face. With a which is going to be smiling face. Okay, so something like this, we given some instruction. Now, what this machine is capable to do is, it will generate an human, which is going to be generates an image with your given specifications. That means what you can understand the difference between them, guys. The first case is nothing but the machines are trained. But the machines are trained such a way that they are capable to differentiate between, or discriminate between a male and a female. Or it may be something, it can be a dog or a cat, or it can be anything, it can be there. That's why, as I said, that those are nothing but what we call it as a discriminative AI, or a discriminative models. But these models, whatever we are talking about, they are not capable, they are capable to differentiate it. That is secondary case. But what is they doing here is, they are capable to generate a new image with the given specification. That means they are generating some kind of a new content. It is generating, guys. An AI generated image. What is meaning of an AI generated image, guys? So the AI generated image is actually the which never exist in reality, right? We all of you know that. Take any AI generated image. Now, if you see the YouTube videos, every YouTube video is going to be, it's filled with the AI generated images, AI generated videos, right? Completely the YouTube is complete. That's why I think you know that, right? The AI, the YouTube also has changed the recent policies. It has been changed. We should not use any AI generated images, and we should not use any AI generated videos for the YouTube shorts. isn't it? So you know that. So see the difference between them, guys. These machines are capable to generate and new images because the machine knows how the female looks like. You also have to specify how a 24 years person looks like, how it which is going to be 50 years female looks like, or how a 15 years male has to looks like. Just imagine how much data it requires for learning. Not only that, again you are saying Indian also, so we have to say Indian image. Okay, Indian male with 15 years. Okay, let us say that it is going to be some, for example, some other country. It's not country, maybe race. For example, a white female with a age of 50 years or a black male of 25 years. Again, inside that, again we added one more called as a smiley, smiling face. So Indian made 15 with, let us say that smiling face. Okay, or let us say white female 50 years, for example, it is going to be a fear face or an angry face, for example, you take it down. So just imagine that how much data it requires, how much which is going to be the inputs it requires to really to study to understand all these things, and how much computing power it require, how much it is going to be required. So see, normally, for example, whenever we are not that much expert. Maybe some of you, maybe one or two people, maybe an experts, like for example, if it's I'm not talking about that. If I see an image of a face, image of an human face, I can differentiate male and a female. But if anybody asks me to draw a female face, so I cannot draw a perfect face. I cannot draw it. I was not an artist. I don't have that much training on that. But there are some artists will be there. So the artist will, if I face, exact face as it is, they can draw them perfectly as it is. I think we see them a lot of times. So perfectly, they will take some time, maybe a half an hour time or maybe, but perfectly they will draw the face, isn't it? But for them, their learning is different. Our learning is different. We learn only to differentiate between male and a female. So we know only some, okay, two or three things just by looking at their hair, just by looking at their earrings. I can differentiate it. But to become an artist, to draw in which is going to be that, to draw a female image, even that is not sufficient, guys, isn't it? Just if you know that the females will have a long hair and the males will have a short hair, with that knowledge, we cannot draw a live face image. We cannot draw that. That requires an years of practice. They requires different. They do masters, they do bachelors in some kind of an some this that those particular fields, different type of strokes. Okay, they use as different types of strokes, different types of pencils, different types of, we don't know them. As a non-artist, we don't know them. But it's not that much easy. So here also the same thing, guys. So what is generative AI is nothing but nothing is there, guys. Generative, because understanding is a little bit tough. It's not that much easy. Understanding generative AI is very easy, guys. Just like what I told you about machine learning. So I explained you what is machine learning. First, I given some use case and I explained you the machine learning, guys. But here I'm only explaining only generative AI. I cannot explain. That means you cannot imagine that this kind of an applications will be done. So slowly we'll see the applications later. So these machines are capable to draw. I think you know that. Go to any Jeep models, like you know that, right? LLM. The models are nothing but what we call it as LLMs, right? Large language models, what we are going to call it as ChatGPT, isn't it? It's an LLM model. Or Google, Microsoft Copilot, it's an LLM. Google Gemini, it's an LLM. We call them as large language models. Why large language models? Because these models are also trained, guys. They're also trained. It is also part of this generative AI is nothing but a system which was trained, which is capable to, we have to train a machine or we have to again train the model to generate some new content. It's generative AI. So generate new content. The new content can be in the format of text, images, or it can be audio, video, anything it can be there. So they are taking some input as an images, and again they are generating some output as again some images it is generating as an output. They're capable to take some input as videos and they will generate some output as again some videos. Okay. But here the thing has been became easy, guys. Slowly, as you know that now, guys, Over the time period, everything will become easy. Earlier, some years, earlier means again same thing I'm saying, guys. It is not a 20-25 years back. So almost all, if we can see 3 to 4 years back, guys, we used to train the models. For everything, we used to train the models. But nowadays, what happened here is, guys, many companies has came up and they are saying that you don't require to train them. You don't require to train them because we already developed a lot of pre-trained models. We already developed it. So just imagine how many, for example, if I want to make an image, the model to really to generate an female image, how much data you require, how much computing power is required. Just imagine that. As I said that just previously, if you just give male and female sufficient, but now I have to give the males, females, differentiating their Indian, whether he is an in the white or whether it's a black or a Indian or Asian or other something. And what is the ages of 25 years or 30 years or 35 years, 40 years, that much. Smiling face, which is going to be angry face, fear face. Lot of requirements will be there, guys. Okay, so we'll do one small example at the end of the by the end of the session. We'll do I don't do practically this time. No practical. Everything I will train it, I will give it to the machine is going to generate it. Nowadays, what happened here is, guys, many of them has came with the pre-trained models. That means they are saying that we already trained them. We done a lot of effort on that. We have done a implemented, we invested a lot of money on that. Okay, we spent a lot of hours of times, days of times on that. So everything we provided them, we trained it, you directly use it. There are pre-trained models. So now the latest generation is using a pre-trained models, guys. Smart way. Things became easy. Things became easy, guys. You need not to write a chatbot. The best example is a chatbot application, guys. So previously our chatbot application is 5 days. Now the chatbot application is 5 minutes. Previously in our class, chatbot, we used to teach one chatbot application. I have a lot of code will be there, guys. Later I'll show you that particular application with that. So we have a chatbot application used to be there. Everything we used to, which is going to be, we used to develop from our side. But now this chatbot application, 5 days we used to teach this chatbot application. That too with only with a limited, only with a limited scope only it will work. So if user says hi there, the system says hello, thanks for asking. How are you? Good to see you again. It's a lot of data. I don't show you practically, but I'm going to explain you how this particular chatbots will be, how the chatbots basically works. But now the same chatbot has now become just a 5 minutes of time. Why? Why? Because we are using the, which is going to be these particular pre-trained models. What type of pre-trained models we are going to use them? It is nothing but, obviously we all of you know that ChatGPT. Okay, so I think many of you know about that. Okay, so ChatGPT is nothing but, okay, if you ask any question, it will answer it. But we want to use, we want to develop such kind of an, it's nothing but chat model, guys. This whatever the ChatGPT is nothing but it's a chat model. So there are different models are there. Many of the people does not knows. Really, guys, many of the people does not knows what exactly this ChatGPT will do. We should not say ChatGPT, which is going to be, we have some different models are there. Login. So here we have some login is there. So please log in. Log into which is going to be that particular OpenAI, openai.com. So there we can see a lot of models. We can see that. I think latest model is GPT-5, right? GPT-5 is a recently they have released it, and many of the people, these experts, they have been they commented on this particular GPT-5. So GPT-5, GPT-5 Mini, and GPT-5 Nano. So there are going to be three different. I think they have been got done. So there are different models are also there. See there different models they have been given. These are all pre-trained models, guys. There are completely pre-trained models, what we can see them. So see there, these are all the different types of models, guys. So just you have to get the models and we have to work with them. We have to just get them and we have to work with them, guys. Nothing is there. But some of them will come with a, it's an generation, it's a nothing but a previous generation image generation models, guys. There are not text generation models, there are image generation models. So text generation models you require, or image generation models you require, or whether you require a audio generation models, or whether you want to generate a video generation. Only 4 different modes, guys. Apart from that, nothing is there. So it is DALE 3. So which is going to be nothing but what we can see. It's an image generation models are there. So maybe many of you may be knowing about this one, but once you enter our course, you will find out a lot of other different types of models will be there, guys. Like most popularly, we are also going to be using something called as n, which is going to be LangChain. So LangChain, Langsmith, Langser. So these are all going to be one kind of a platform. I'll tell you later. What are those? We'll learn it later, guys. So here also we are having a lot of which is going to be the I can say which are having a lot of models will be there. So which are mainly used for various different types of purpose what we can use it. So this is going to be something what we are going to call it as Langsmith. So here also if we can see models. So track usage and cost for LLM generations. So these are all going to be some models what we can see. You can see, guys. So a lot of models, whatever we can see, these are all the models. So something like this, we have to work with them. So different, but mostly we are going to work with LLM models, text generation models, maximum we are going to use it. This is going to be another which is going to be a platform or in whatever we call it as. So many models are there, guys. So many models we are going to be using with them. So these are going to be, some of them are open source, some of them we have to pay some little bit money for them. So we have to use those kind of those kind of an applications we have to do that. So login, just we have to log in, guys. Nothing will be there. Just log in and you can see these are the models. So for vision, what we do, speech to text, text to speech, reasoning, okay. So function calling, whatever you want, we can see some. So multilingual, so safety, and which is going to be, all these are going to be some models are there, guys. Okay. So something like this, what we have to work with them. So these are the base models, guys. These are all going to be base models. Just what we have to do is we have to fine tune them according to your requirement. For example, you want to develop a chatbot application for a restaurant. So what you do is you have to get the base chat model, we have to get it, fine tune it according to the restaurant requirements. That means there that particular GPT model has to work like an, which is going to be something like a restaurant manager, it has to work. Or for example, if you want to develop a chatbot for some other, let us say some hospital. So in that case, your GPT model has to work, your large language model has to work, or your chat GPT models has to work as something like an, which is going to be as an, as for example, as an healthcare expert, it has to work with them. So something like that, that means the machines are trained such a way that they will generate some new content. That's why we simply call it as a generative AI models. But sir, what, where it can be used? So that understanding, I can explain them, but understanding you cannot correlate with them. So still you have a lot of confusion. At least see, even everyone, they don't have it, you don't have any much idea about that. But still the last class example of whatever the loans example, everyone was able to understand because they knows. So how the loans, how the loans are going to be approved or rejected in the banking, all these things we don't know this. Some of you may already applied the loans. At the time of applying, what information they will ask you, and after a few minutes, earlier it was some time, 24 hours, 48 hours used to take, but nowadays they are saying that within a few seconds they are saying that congratulations, your loan is approved, or let us say sorry to say, so your loan is rejected, isn't it? So something like that. For example, insurance companies, guys, nowadays you see insurance companies, everything they are tracking out, everything they are tracking out. So once you, if anyone goes and it is going to be applies for an for an insurance policy, health insurance policy, so lot of checks they will do that. So if any one of the check fails, so the insurance is going to be rejected, isn't it? So we know that we experienced all of them. So the machines are trained here, the generative AI models, they are capable to generate some new content. So really for where it can be used. So little bit difficult to understand, so to correlate with our real scenarios. But obviously everyone knows about the GPT models and all these things. Whenever we ask a question, so it is doing that. But many of the people does not really knows how exactly this the GPT models work, what exactly the what are the technique, or what are the technology, the conceptual building infrastructure behind that. So we'll see all this explanation and implementation as part of our training program. I can make you understand. Okay. Hope you got some idea, guys. Like, what is generative AI? Generative AI is also part of, it is also part of your, actually, generative AI is a part of your deep learning. Deep learning is a part of machine learning, guys. There are not any different fields, guys. All of them are under the same roof. Okay, AI, machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, okay, NLP, all these are under the same roof, guys. Only thing is just the level where you are learning. Okay, at what extent you are learning. Okay, do you want to become only machine learning expert? Okay, learn up to machine learning expert, learn up to machine learning sufficient. Or do you want to become an NLP engineer? So you have to learn machine learning, deep learning, NLP. Do you want to generate, do you want to learn these one, guys, this generative AI? So as I said that in once we came to generative AI, instead of you training the models, better use the existing pre-trained models, guys. Lot of time saving, guys. As just you can see, 1 week we used to teach the chatbots. Now the 1 week of time, sorry, 5 days of time, now has become, for me, it is become 5 minutes of time for me, because my solution is ready, isn't it? My task is achieved. That's it. I want to develop a chatbot which has to speak just like a human, or which has to answer just like a human. Yes, it is done. Task is done, isn't it? How we do it, whether you developed it or somebody developed it using it, does not matter with that. So officially we are using that. Everyone is now doing the same thing, guys. So nobody is trying to do some kind of an new things. That means they don't want to develop everything from the scratch. So already existing models, trained models, evaluated models, best models. Okay, no doubt about them. Only thing is some security and all these things are concerned. That is main important, right, guys? So I think recently you have seen one news recently. One of an parent in US, I think so. They have lodged. They went to the court because his son has committed a suicide. So by learning by just finding out what are the different ways, what are the different options to when he want to take a suicide. So what are the different ways I can commit a suicide? ChatGPT has answered that. But what is the ChatGPT will do? Because that is the main problem with that. That is our main concern. The people, the AI people, the AI experts are talking about is, so they don't know like what is going to be, which one to answer, which one should not be answered. But he has tricked it. But even the machine does not knows that. So what happened here is, even the chat GPT is unable, is not, even if they give such kind of a security also, he has done some trick there. He said that I'm writing a novel on that. Recently, I think all of you have heard about the news. So he said that, so I'm writing a novel, so like which makes a person, a 16 years boy or something, who want to commit the suicide. So what are the ways? Chat GPT has answered them. Yes, now they went to the court now. So you know that in Indian government may not be, but in US government there are very tough at that. That the law there are very strict and tough. So we have to see what happens to the open AI. So now the case was in the court now. So it has to be started. I think trial has to be started on that. So there are so many things are involved here, guys. So it's not that much easy, but still it is not a stable one, because it does not knows what is good, what is bad. The machine that does not knows about that. Anything you ask it, it will answer it. So we
So can
have
we
to find.
change that model once we want to reuse the model, existing model? Can we change and
Yes,
alter
once
it?
again. Which one? Once again.
If
Okay,
we
okay. You are
reuse,
talking
if you
about
want to,
these models.
yes.
You yes, we cannot alter them. There are
Hmm.
something called as an we download something called as an base models. First of all, we have to download them. Okay. And
Okay.
after that, what we are going to do is we have to fine tune them according to your requirement.
And it is only
Okay.
one time change we can do. Like you told,
No, multiple, no, multiple times.
age. Like
Uh,
once we train it,
mm,
you told three
no,
column,
no.
right? Age, name, and salary. Um, we cannot. We have to feed the same data. We cannot
Same data
feed
means
it.
features must be same, right? You are talking about this example.
Mm.
Okay, if you train the model with age, salary, and children to detect the status of the status of the loan. So whenever we are asking the model to predict, okay, new customer comes, the new customer has to give age, salary, and number of children also. Then only the machine will capable to identify the status of that particular loan, the
But
customer's
if
loan.
we want to add one more column in the future,
Retrain it. We have to retrain it once again.
okay.
We have to retrain the model because the data was changed. Input has been changed, right? So we have to obviously retrain the model. But this model, on what features you have been trained? For example, your image is there. For example, your machine was trained with a 48 by 48 image. Whenever it was trained with a 48 by 48 image, whenever a new image comes, the image should be also 48 by 48 only. Otherwise, it cannot work because internally some process involved, right? Some maths and all these things is involved. So with 48 by 48 features, it was trained. With the 48 by 48 pixels, it was trained. So new image, when you are giving it also, it should be 48 by 48 pixel only. If we give 48 by, if we give a, let us say 50 by 50 image, the machine cannot learn from that. Machine cannot predict that. Why? Because it says that I was trained by 48 by 48. So I can recognize the image. You should give the image only by 48 by 48 image only we have to give.
So
Right?
if the earlier models are being used as is,
Mm-hmm.
where will companies hire us to because they can reuse the model as is from the market, like
Reuse it, but we have to retrain them. It's not over with an, see, this year customers data was here. Is that same behavior? I cannot say that next year also the same behavior will be there. Maybe some other factors, maybe some other things will add up them. So we have to collect other information. Okay, this data is not getting sufficient. So from the last 2 years data, okay, this is fine. But after 2 years, this data, this model may not be fine. It's going to be best suitable for the current business market or current what are the business strategies. It is not sufficient. So you require some other new data. New strategies are going to be gets required. So this process actually we say that data science is a cyclic process. So it is like a never ending process it is. So even the experts also says that train them, okay, train them, deploy them. After deployment, after that, what you do is regularly monitor them. So if it is required, again retrain them once again. So regularly we have to monitor them. It's not over with the one-time process. It is not over. We have to verify.
okay.
Specifically in banking kind of applications, one-time training, one time is not sufficient with that. Gender identifications, okay, fine. But in business strategies, that is not sufficient. That we cannot say that with the last 2 years data, with that last 2 years customers data, I cannot say that. See, sometimes you see in medical diagnosis also. Sometimes they says that just an example, 120 by 80 blood pressure is treated as a normal blood pressure. But after some years of time, they says that 120 by 80 is not okay. We can change them or some kind of an because how over the time period something data even in the human body or it may be something related to the business.
Generation.
Everything will changes there over the time period. So we have to
Mm.
capture all the changes there. Obvious, absolutely, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a question.
Yes,
Just a
please.
question. So there are two things here. Like I just want to understand from the basics. So training the model is nothing but the part of machine learning where we are like preparing the machine to learn, get trained, and create a model. And this model we can directly use in case we want to generate something directly. So that's the generative AI, right? That is a concept.
Yes. If you want to generate some new content from that, it is generative AI.
And that is using the model that is being trained based on the machine learning that the library that we used, we trained, we gave, and it was
Mm,
trained. That is the part of
mm.
machine learning, right? And
Yeah,
that we are using.
It's a part of machine learning only, but in again machine learning, again there is a separate area was there. That is actually deep learning. Actually, these generative AI models, whatever we are talking, will use as a deep learning models they will use as.
Okay, okay. So, but
Okay,
the
so
first step is getting the machines trained, getting
train
the machine
absolutely.
learn them. That is
Mm,
what we learned yesterday. And then
mm.
directly based on the learning, we'll use that and they will show some output. That is the deep learning or that is the generative AI. Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
whatever it may be, it's maybe the same thing, but only the thing is purpose is slightly different.
Okay.
So in some discriminative models, they are trained only to differentiate. Generative models are capable to, they both are trained, but they are trained very less. Which one you
Okay.
are different, you are whatever the discriminative models are there. But
Hmm.
generative models has to be trained with a very huge data, with a which is going to be heavy computing powers are required. So we require some help of GPUs, TPUs are obviously required. Heavy computations are going to be required there because they have to learn more from the data. And basically, these are all generated by using something called as an transformer models they will be learning. So obviously, in these generative AI, we'll be using something called as an transformer models. We have to learn them, which is also part of your deep learning models only. But finally, anything should be trained. Okay, fine. Okay, guys, I think we still require one more session. I think, right? It is going to be, it's going to be one more session I require. So, shall we plan one session tomorrow, guys? I think for many of you, it is Saturday tomorrow. Finally, I want to conclude it tomorrow because still course is left over, the course content and all these things. Already I have explained it, but still I want to have a one more time. I told you there is an Excel sheet is there, but I don't take that much time. Tomorrow, shall you take the class at any other time is fine, guys. Apart from Saturday, maybe for US time zone people, it may be little bit difficulty. I think so. In the case if you shift the time. Or else, shall we go for the same timing at 6 a.m. tomorrow? One more session, guys. I just want to have one more session.
Same time is,
Fine.
is it okay? Same time?
For me, it is not a problem. Just means because we have
Yeah.
both Saturday morning, maybe. Okay, we'll do one thing. 6 o'clock. Even please join, guys. Try to join tomorrow. In the case, if it is not possible, you can go through the recording videos also, and then we can start with the regular classes from the next week. Because same thing, like what I want to do is, I have a small Excel sheet was there. I just want to share that Excel sheet and I want to show you like what is our estate already explained. 90% is completed, guys. Only thing is just I want to show some like a concepts. I just want to explain like what are the topics we are going to learn and what topics we are going to learn in generative AI. So I just explained the topics I discussed yesterday, the main the topic, but internal topics I just want to explain like what we are going to learn and all these things. I just want to give a small idea about that topic also, so that you will also get some idea. Like you can also compare with other training academies or anything. You can learn it. Um, that's it. We'll do one thing, guys. Tomorrow we have a one more session. The final demo session, guys. With tomorrow we'll close the demos, and from Monday we'll start with regular classes where you guys need to register by paying the required fee amount from Monday's class. Tomorrow is the final demo session. I think fifth session. I think generally we'll give 3 to 4. For your batch, I've given 5 because the batch was also delayed due to my health issue also. So I was unable to make it a little bit fast. It was a little bit slow, guys, actually, which I've taken. So fine. That's
Vamsi,
it.
I
Yes,
have
please.
one question. I
Yes, please.
see in future courses, generative AI, 18th onwards, which is by you only, I think, right?
Yes, it's a
Uh,
9:30 p.m.
so I see it's like this is data science with AI, that is generative AI.
Mm.
So is it
Uh,
necessary to take full of this, or Gen AI wise, is
because
there a difference that to this course?
yeah. Actually, the thing is, slightly difference will be there. Slightly difference. The difference is, it's completely starting from first day itself. Will concentrate on generative AI. There is no
Okay.
training, no testing, nothing will be done. Directly using pre-trained models.
Mhm.
That is generative AI class completely. Almost I'll show you that generative AI course content and this course content. I'll show you both of them. That is going to be completely straightforward generative AI. So pre-trained models, no training, nothing will be done. In this class, we'll have a knowledge of both machine learning, deep learning, NLP, and then we'll go to the generative AI concepts.
So you'll teach
So
Python in both of it,
both are
right?
same. In both of them, Python is the same. Okay. After that, pandas, matplotlib I discussed. No, that much level will not be there in generative AI classes. For a short, that is an. Don't think that some people raise a question saying that, sir, fees is both is the same. Why don't I join that? That course is maybe just an example. 3 to 4 months will say that. That shorter time period for 3 to 4 months we are charging 20K. Here this is going to be 5 to 6 months, the same 20K. So you can find the difference comparatively. It's not the total fees amount. Duration also you have to compare it, right? So this is for 6 months we are charging 20,000. That is for 3 months, 3 to 4 months we are charging 20,000.
But
So
here
So
that
we
is
do
a
will
we
little
cover.
have
bit costly.
But here we'll cover the Gen AI, the whatever taught there.
No,
Here we'll
no,
cover it.
generative AI completely.
Okay.
Generative AI completely course will be there because now the latest industry requirement is generative AI. Okay, so everyone is looking for generative AI. They don't want to learn all these things. So really, everyone will say the same thing. Once they started learning generative AI, so what, sir, whatever we have learned up to now, sir, everything is waste because we have to understand the conceptual understanding. Because don't think that everything should be done. But in the case if your company wants to develop some generative AI from scratch, then you have to know all the fundamentals of basics of Python. We should know machine learning. You should know data analysis. All these things are required. So that is the reason we are conducting two types of courses. We are conducting. So both of them are going to be the same level. This is a little bit higher level. This batch is going to be a little bit higher level at the machine learning and deep learning level. Remaining thing is the same. The generative AI class is going to be completely concentrates on the generative AI. They don't concentrate on machine learning, deep learning. They don't want to learn. So for that kind of people, that is a course, which
So
is a
who should
generative AI
take that
development.
one, and who should take this course, like a fresher versus experienced?
Who don't want to, no, it's not like that. Who want to understand all the conceptual understanding, want to have a strong foundation, you have to join this course. This morning 6 o'clock batch. So you don't want to learn all that basics. I don't want to struggle with all that maths and all these things means you directly come and join the generative AI classes. Got it? Okay, fine. Yes. Okay,
With
I'll
that
do one thing.
alone, can we get into the job with
Yeah.
generative AI
With
knowledge and
generative
all?
AI, you can go there. But here, multiple skills are there. You can go as a machine learning engineer. You can go as a deep learning engineer, depending on your. If you are any freshers are there, they can also go as like a data analyst. They can go. So multiple skill sets will be there here. If you learn, if
But
you dispatch.
understanding the machine learning or getting training the model, that will help better to get a grip on the Gen AI.
Absolutely, it's a
That is
better.
better. At
It's
least
going to be
first
gives
time
a
when we are learning, we should learn the machine learning and then go for Gen AI. I think that's
Gen
better.
AI, but for not everyone, because for some people like who are at a higher level experience, people will be there who want to handle the projects instantly. So they don't require all the basics, or who are already having the core concepts of data science. They will come directly and they will join those particular courses directly. Some people
Sir,
from last 7. Yes, please.
is this Monday through Friday or it's until Saturday?
Actually, yesterday I have just that means I just verified. Just I added some little bit yesterday. I just re-verified that. So it is taking totally 135 sessions. It is taking. I calculated yesterday. So it is taking. I calculated like a 5 days a week. 5 days a week means almost all I calculated 22 days per a week. So 22 days per a month. So once you calculated 135 divided by 22 I done. So on an average, if you see that it is taking more than 6 months, 6.1 something is coming there. So I'm trying to just adjust it because it is a morning session for even for US people. I think who are from US time zones, they don't have a problem. I think so because it is Friday night for them. So Saturdays nights generally they will be having their in their family and everything. So Friday nights maybe generally they can accommodate. So that's why what I'm thinking here is at least it may not be every Saturday, at least alternate Saturdays, at least 2 to 3 Saturdays in a month. So I'm planning to take a session, but as of now, it is maximum. It is going to be Monday to Friday generally for as of now. But I want to add up at least 2 Saturdays in a week from a month. I just want to add up because yesterday's night only, I just every batch I will try to reschedule them. That means just I will try to update the content, some adding. So where it is necessary, I can increase more. Sometimes what I will do is I'll decrease some unwanted content is there, and I will add in new contents I will be added there. So due to that, I'm finding it is more than 6 months it is taking there, approximately 6.1 month I got calculation. So I don't want to, because I don't want to make to stay that many days also. So maximum I'll try to finish off as much as soon as possible. If you want to complete means make it a 6 days, or if you want to spend more time, you make a 5 days. But as of
So
now, it's a 5 days a week.
one question, my side.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah. While learning this course, as I experienced, how much practice is needed to get as a become a good engineer, as a become a ML engineer, as a part of this course? After learning this, how much practice needed? How much we have to learn? How much we can able to focus to new things while learning your course?
Yes, please. Obviously, data science, deep learning, that is machine learning, deep learning, NLP, these are all complete core concepts. So core concepts means you have to understand them, and we have to practically, you have to test it them. Simply reading or coming to the class is not sufficient. So my recommendation is at least you have to spend another one more hour at least, apart from the attending the class. If you can at least you can spare another 1 more hour, 1.5 hour extra, and you have to do some like whatever the conceptually we'll discuss in the class. We'll teach some 1 or 2 examples practically for each machine learning algorithm. So apart from that, you guys also need to take some new data sets, because data sets are available as a lot of resources, online resources are available for us. So data sets is nowadays not a problem. Some years back, data sets, getting a data set is going to be that used to be a problem. But now it has things has become very easy. Data sets are also available publicly. So get some new data sets, do some analysis on that, try to apply machine learning algorithms, participates in some kind of an Kaggle competitions. I'll show you how to participate in Kaggle competition. It will improve, if it will increase your confidence. If you just can participate in the Kaggle competitions will be there. So participate in them. So submit your solutions and etc. So maybe it depends. Initially may not be able to get the top 10. At least if you are in the top 10, you can also show that in the resumes also. Like I was I was my ranked second in the so-and-so Kaggle competition. So we have such kind of a competitions will be there. So see, LLM classification, fine tuning, even nowadays makes it the different what we can see, which is going to be make data count something. There are so many competitions will be there. So you please participate in the competitions so that you will also get some practice on that. Explore them. I'll also give you a lot of resources. So explore them, think by yourself. Unless and until you are not capable to think by yourself, you cannot become an expert. Like a self-learning must be there. 75% will be from my side, and 25% should be contribution from your side. If you can understand the core concepts, really it will become easy. Otherwise, you will understand the flow. Same flow does not work for every problem statement. That's why you should also have a core concepts to give a different strategies, different depending on the data problems. Different data problem, different solutions. It's not like a programming language copy paste mechanisms won't work also. So you have to think, and by your own strategies, own logics, we have to apply them.
Hi, Vamsi. I
So
have
actually, I
a
have a couple of
Yes,
question.
please. Yes.
So,
So like
so
today the session got
Yeah, one
extended
after
till
the another, please.
7:30, right?
Yes,
So
please. Once
today
again.
the session got extended till 7:30, right? So like, will this be expected?
No. It will not be there. 6 to 7. Actually, 7 o'clock I have a class, because these are demo sessions. Generally, that's why I already said that last week total sessions, 1 month, 1 week sessions I cancelled them. I was not feeling well due to some viral fever. So just a 1 2 day back, I recovered. I was able to take only one session. That too, I'm taking only your session only. So it is promptly by 6 to 7 class, 6 to 7, 1 hour class only. Because 7 o'clock I
Okay,
have
and
another
like
class is there.
okay, and like if the student count is low, like if few people registered for this course, will the
No,
course
no, no.
be
We'll
within at
no, no, no.
6 a.m. itself?
We'll have the course as it is. But no, no. We have our
Okay,
marketing strategies will be there. So at least evening batch we started 6:30 p.m. we started. The count is 25.
okay,
So obviously, it's a generally good number. We'll have them. We'll have our own strategies. So initially, just what we will do is we'll conduct some separate batch. Timing will be the same. We don't have, at least we are expecting 50% of at least 50% will be there. So we have, as I said, that now 6:30 p.m. we have that 25 people are there. 25, 26. They are already registered. And obviously, there is no doubt we'll continue the class. Only thing is we'll take one small 3 days or 4 days break. We'll give it again. We'll conduct some demos and we'll directly add up those students directly to your batch. Like that, we have some strategies are there. So we'll
okay,
take
okay.
care about according to the students' numbers and all these things. We'll take a decisions. Our backend
Uh,
team
Because
will
last
take,
time I
not
saw 10:30 batch, but I don't see it anymore. So it is like I
10:30.
saw
No,
another
no.
batch again started.
10:30 batch was running. Is already started. We closed the batch.
Okay, okay, okay.
We
Got
close
it.
the batch.
Thank
Even the count is less there. 10:30 is a little bit odd time, right? So we have, I think many of the people attended 10:30 and they came here only. And there only I announced them. So, sir, if it is 10:30 is not feasible for us, means I said that 6 o'clock we are starting a new batch on September 2nd. So many of the people came from there on, from that batch to here only. That batch was running. Actually, the running means last this week it was not running. But previous week it was running. So next week again we'll resume the class. 10:30 batch is there. It's going on currently.
got it. Thank you.
Right.
Hi, Vamsi, just
Yes.
a quick
Hi.
question.
Yes, please.
So, like, basically, I have some practical experience in machine learning. I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking to switch towards generative
Mm-hmm.
AI. So,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done any projects in the domain, and also I'm looking to move towards that, towards that domain. So,
Mm-hmm.
will this course be a good idea, or to you are saying
Yes.
another course is like better for
Um,
only for
if you,
generative AI?
but I was not sure about like, see, um, do you worked on machine learning?
Yeah, I have done like several projects in deep learning and machine learning, like related to RCNN, CNN neural
Okay.
networks
Mm-hmm.
previously. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Actually, I'm a recent graduate. I'm like
Okay.
looking for
Okay.
jobs like in that
Mm-hmm.
like not only in generative AI, like
Mm.
in multiple domains, not
Okay.
specific
Okay.
to generative AI, but
Mm.
I'm looking to explore towards generative AI. So
Okay.
previously, I've done internships in ML, not
Mm-hmm.
in generative AI.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Okay,
what do you
as a
suggest?
quick recommendation is, I don't know what level of machine learning. See, you are saying that you already done some projects and all these things, but how
Like
much level of?
you can say like kind of recommendation systems I built using machine learning.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
But the thing
like,
is, my question is like, how much extent of knowledge you have, you got it actually, theoretic, both core knowledge and as well as practical
yeah,
implementation.
practical experience. I'm bit struggling in
Mm,
practical
okay.
like implementation. Theoretical
Mm.
foundation, I'm like good at
But
it. Like uh,
theoretical
I can.
foundation is not sufficient, right? Here it's
Yeah, yeah.
during your
So
graduation level it is fine, but at a job oriented or any scope of job means we have to have a practical. So that once again we'll have a small discussion offline, once again, so
okay.
that I can give a little bit more clarification about your questions.
Okay, I
Okay.
can like discuss with you
Mm.
personally
Yes,
after this.
personally you can discuss with me.
Excuse me.
Yes, please.
Yeah, can we expect the same slow and steadiness in your teaching method
Yeah, yeah, same,
when the
same.
class begins?
Yeah, same.
Because I'm a recent graduate in US and I've been learning everything from scratch.
Okay, okay, same. That too, you are
Yeah,
in
thank you
US,
so. Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
I think it's not a problem. I think so. Yeah, it's
yeah,
very.
it's not problem, but we usually be in work sometimes. That's
Uh,
okay. I'll manage to cover in next classes on
yeah,
next
yeah.
day.
Okay, okay. Fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, fine.
Hi, Vamsi. Even I am also a recent graduate in US. I just asked you a question previously, right?
Yes,
Gener
regarding, I just
so
mentioned it. Okay, just now you have spoken me.
yeah, yeah, just now
Okay, okay,
spoken.
okay,
So
okay.
I'm like also like looking forward to shift to that domain. So that's why I just
Mm-hmm.
asked you previously.
Okay, sure, sure. Yep. Okay.
Yesterday's video, do you have, Vamsi? I missed yesterday's session.
Yesterday, it's not a video, just a minute. I will, yesterday also already shared the link. All the demo videos will be there. Let me check once. Right. Just give me a second.
And the recordings we'll be getting 6 months after the completion. That is
It's
confirmed.
maybe after 6 months, not because this one, which one, the Python videos will be for 6 months from the starting.
Okay. Okay.
The Python videos, whatever I said, that 170 videos, they are from the starting beginning, and these are from our regular classes is after the completion after the completion.
Okay.
Right.
Sir, did you get
Yes.
a chance to check on Databricks certification?
Not it, not it. But I done it. I done just a basic thing. I have done it. But once again, just tomorrow there is a one more session is there, no? So we'll check it out. I can just give you clarity. I check it out, but I didn't because I was not feeling well. Also not spending more time on the
Hmm.
system.
Okay, no.
So tomorrow I'll give it. Yeah. So somebody asked asked the yesterday's class, right? So last 3 classes are available there. So this is a YouTube link was there. So you can just go through that YouTube link there. I just shared the link in the chat window. Please, you can copy that. And you guys also will
Thank
get a link for that. You will also get a mail from our backend team. Maybe if you have already got it. So check your mail once. Our backend team has sent you one follow-up mail like this. It will be there. So you can see there. The link will be there. You can check it out once.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I wish you like take Saturday classes too, so that sometimes weekdays we miss and weekends we get some good time.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that way, course also can start.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Yep,
pace and
absolutely. Sure. But I
I
don't
don't know
spend
about
it
all others, but I prefer
because
Saturday class too.
okay, fine. But the thing is, generally Saturday morning sessions will generally conduct it. Evening sessions will generally cancel them because even evening you put it, even if you conduct the sessions,
No, the
also
evening,
many
I
people won't
understand.
join in the Saturdays evening.
Correct, correct.
And for many of the people who are from US, for them it is going to be Friday night for them. So they may miss the classes sometimes. But I will try to complete off. As if it is
No,
required, I will
6
take.
a.m. is good, sir. Actually,
Mm,
this
okay, okay,
we can finish up and then go to other
okay,
things.
okay, okay, fine. We'll do. We'll try. We'll just check it out. At least for 1 or 2 weeks, we'll check it out. Depending on the availability of the students, then we'll plan it. But 6 days a week, 5 days a week is fixed there. After that, we'll see if it is available, depending on the possibilities.
5 days a week is quite better because we need some more time Saturday, Sunday to learn, and
So
because things are new for us. That's
no,
also
we
one
don't
thing.
want to debate on that because there will be again some positive, some negatives will come. So let us don't debate on that.
Okay.
I'll take the call, please.
Okay.
Okay.
And how our course is different? Like nowadays, I see many institutes also teaching this, like many good institutes, like in the IITs, triple IT. So how our course is different from them? Like, do
This
we
is
really relate with them? Like, how what's the difference? Just want to understand.
the thing is the thing is I done my one certification program from triple IT Hyderabad. Okay, so the cost of the course is 1,70,000. Okay, there some corporate companies collaborate with the IIT professors and they will conduct the sessions. See, I'll tell you my personal experience. IIT professors will come, they will teach you all the theory. Practical, no one will teach there. We have to learn everything from the code they will give you. The directly they give you the code. I'll show you that codes also. They'll give you all that code. We have to learn directly from the code. IIT professors only teaches only theory. They don't teach practical. Never they will teach you practical. For that means then who is going to learn from that? These the corporate companies who are working at corporate levels, these senior managers, vice presidents, the AVPs and VPs. So they mainly the certification is going to cost. So why they are charging 1 lakh 1,70,000? Now the same course is at 2 lakhs at triple IT Hyderabad. It was collaborated with a corporate company called as a Talent Sprint. So the certification value from IIT, IIIT, that is going to be the value whatever we are paying, but not for the subject what we are going to learn. Absolutely, we cannot name them, but PhDs, there are all PhDs. That is one thing. They will teach you perfectly. They'll teach you. But the people who are having the prior knowledge, they can take something from that particular the lectures. Otherwise, freshers who do not have any idea, they can't take anything from that because they teach us at very higher levels. So only Saturdays and Sundays, 13-week course it is there. Only Saturdays the training program will be there. The professors will come and they will teach. At that time, it is an offline class. Now everything has become online. Saturday, Sunday, only 2 days. Only thing is they will conduct regular these kind of an what they call it as before the session starts. Every weekend conducting some test, reading some articles. That is the way they will make us learn. So mainly the cost is it's a little bit costly. So everyone cannot pay 2 lakhs for the course fees. It's just a 3 months, 13 weeks of course. If I paid 1,70,000 for the course, so just imagine like it's going to be cost effective one thing, and uh, conceptual practically wise it is the same. But the professors will teach. They are from PhD. So I was in which is an experience with 22 years of experience. My experience is 22 years of experience. There are highly experienced professors, but there are from PhD from various IITs, IIScs, IIMs. Those it's a little bit at a higher level they teach us. So our course is going to be a little bit a lower level because everyone can't afford that much. And not only it's not affordable, it's not necessary to have for like for why I had done the certification from my side, because I'll go for corporate trainings. For corporate people, they require some certification. Okay, this Vamsi has trained from he was certified from IIIT Hyderabad. So let us hire him for a training program in our company. So for that kind of a people, that kind of purpose only, we will generally we do that kind of certifications.
So more foundation and the like low level things we can learn here because directly, yeah, you're right.
Yes. Yes,
There it may be a difficulty. Yes, yes, I
difficult.
do
That's
get that.
absolutely
Yes,
difficult
yes,
because
yes.
we've seen people. So they came directly. They're unable to understand what is happening there. So classes are fast. Only Saturdays classes will
Yes,
be
yes,
there.
yes, yes.
Remaining time they will spend that. They will. It's not a regular. So remaining weekly, monthly, remaining weekly, it is going to be completely. They are busy in their works. So I have the time because I was a freelancing trainer. So I have a time is there. So I was able to gain. Absolutely, it has helped me to get a lot of knowledge from the training program because I already have a knowledge. But a person who do not have a knowledge of that, so they didn't gain anything. They only got the certificate. That's it. Right. Okay. Thanks all of you for today. And already it was time 7:30. Okay. So I already shared my contact number and also my email ID. I have shared there. So give me one more day, guys. So tomorrow I'll finish off all the complete remaining leftover the discussions, and we can just close the demos and we can start with our regular classes, guys, from Monday onwards. Okay.
So,
So
in this, the GenAI training starts after 3 months in this batch.
it will take 3-4 months. It will take last almost the last 1 month. It will be GenAI.
Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Fine. Okay, guys. Thanks for today, and we'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow is it's only just a course content discussion, guys. So please, please, just once you try to attend them, because just I want to complete of it. And it's only the course discussion. If you miss the class also, you can just go through the recording video. I just given the link now, guys. Save the link. In that link only, today's class, tomorrow's class also will be available. Okay. Fine. And yes, somebody, Kishore, wishing a happy Teachers' Day. Okay, I was okay. First of all, I was not a teacher. I was a mentor. Okay, fine. Thanks. Thanks for the wishes. Okay. And okay, thanks for today, guys. And I'll meet you. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same link, guys. Thanks all of you guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.